Hi, I'm Neil.
And I'm Kayla Lynn.
Welcome to the Crause crew. Welcome back to part 3 of our mods video. Today we'll be taking you through steps and rims. When we originally got the Patrol, it had the standard aluminium running boards. Those met a few rocks along the way and they started getting a bit chewed up and bent, and we wanted proper rock sliders because those are not rock sliders, and we had bent them a couple of times. This thing over here is from the original aluminium step, bending up so far that it actually dented the bodywork. Then we got another little one there on the sill that was driving around without rock sliders, all the aluminium steps. Again, keeping to the DIY theme, we wanted to build our own rock sliders. My wife helped me there with googling some pictures and Pinterest images of guys who have built their own. So basically I followed the same design that many of the manufacturers for Patrol rock sliders follow. So it's got 3 U brackets that bolt over the chassis, with running 2 bolts over the top. I think I went with 12mm bolts over the top, so it's 2 bolts per U bracket. The U bracket is 6x100 flat bar. For the main slider, as you can see, it has also worked quite a bit already. I went with a 75x50 by 4mm tube. The reason going for the rectangle tubing is because we've got these little angled tube sections to allow the tube part in there. It just gave a little bit more surface area to weld on. From the U clamp on the chassis, I used the same 75x50 rectangular tubing to weld onto the main slider. Once we got that all into position and at the heights we wanted, we then started on the, call it the outer tube, or the step part of it. This is 50, I think also by 4 or 50 by 3 normal mild steel tubing. In the front I had to use a weld in bend because I obviously don't have a pipe bender, so yeah, we just used a weld in bend. For the notching, I just used our drill press with a 50mm diameter hole saw and managed to notch the tubes, cut the angles to get it to kick up a little bit, and then yeah, welded all that into place. And then at the back we just have a piece of that same 6mm flat bar to cap it off at the back. Yeah, so that keeps everything in line. You'll see that the rock slider doesn't protrude out like extremely far from the bodywork. Basically my idea with how far I wanted it to come out is that it lines up with the outer edge of the tire, so that it didn't stick out too far, but also stuck out enough to give a bit of protection. It obviously isn't going to protect the side sills, but it will definitely give you protection of the door. And then at the back you still have enough space to use it as a step to get up into the car.
My husband's about to spray paint our Patrol step piece.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Look at me.
The paint hasn't really lasted. I think again with climbing in and out, you can see as we're using it, we're stepping on it. The actual sliders have, like I said, worked a bit, so they are a bit dinged up already. What we just found with the paint didn't last. The primer, that kind of stuck really well. I think by the second wash the high pressure hose took off the top coat. I phoned the guys from the paint shop and to just find out with the primer, do I need to flat it down again with some fine, maybe 400 grit sandpaper before doing the final coat. And the guy said no need for flatting, just go ahead and spray straight over. I followed his advice and did that, and I think
that's where the problem.
We'll maybe have to pull them off to patch them up a little bit, and then at that stage we might just have them sandblasted and we will repaint. But yeah, that is our rock sliders. I was, for the rims, looking at getting black beadlock rims. I really like a beadlock, especially with a heavier car, I think, and running lower pressures. I definitely think the beadlock is a good option, although the ones I could find are rated to 1200 kgs a rim. And from what I've been reading on forums, some guys suggested the rims might go out of round, that they're not heavy duty enough for the patrol. So we decided to stick with the original rims, but with the rims being silver grey, they had to go black as per my wife's drawing. The original rims had been repainted and they had a couple of scuff marks. So I found a place that could sandblast the rims for us and prime them. So took them off the car, pulled the tires off, dropped them off there. They sandblasted it and gave it a quick little base coat. We then picked the rims up, brought them home, sanded them down with some flatting paper, did some touch-up primer work on them because there was still some scuff marks that didn't come out and needed the primer a bit thicker. So went through that, touched them up, got the primer sorted, flattered them again, washed them, dried them, and yeah, we used again the same Cowley paint satin black. You'll see the texture is slightly different. We didn't kind of get the same effect on the texture that we did on the, but I think that could be due to the plastic primer, possibly. But yeah, so rims are black. You'll see it already has some scuff marks from trail rash. The tire also has a little bit of trail rash on it, but yeah, once we're done with these tires, we'll do a little review on them too.
Look out for our full patrol walk around. We will take you through the inside and the outside, and you can see some other mods that we've done, so just keep a lookout for that.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you get notified as soon as that video is out. Thanks for watching. Bye. Go.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Okay.